Welcome back to Sam and Max Save the World. This is probably the last episode.
Where are we going, Sam?
Of this episode.
The TV studio.
Goody!
Because today we're gonna confront the TV. The TV. The TV host. So, to the talk show door.
Yes? Oh, you two again. Well, what is it?
Remind me what your requirements are for guests on your show?
Of course, dear. I'll need to see your recording contract, a clip from your TV show, and some evidence of a juicy scandal.
What if we have our own video game?
Video games? Ugh, those things will stunt your growth. They're terrible.
Actually, we graced the cover of the current edition of the Alien Love Triangle Times. How's that for a scandal? You'll have us on your show now, yes?
Oh, I suppose so. If only so I can talk about America's lamentably endless fascination with depravity.
Yay!
Naturally, I will expect you to be on your best behavior and agree with everything I say and answer every question I have and don't interrupt and keep your elbows off the table and use your indoor voice.
What about...
While you're on my show, you stay in your seats at all times. You do not interrupt me when I'm talking, and you treat the audience with the utmost respect, even if you become less sure with each passing year that they deserve it. Now, I'll call you on stage in a minute.
Gosh, Max, celebrity is just a never-ending set of arbitrary goals one accomplishes to appease a dismissive and distracted, if not entirely absent, authority figure.
I don't know if I agree, Sam, but I've begun my decadent slide into a depraved personal hell just in case.
Give her a hand, everyone! Bessie Bovine reading from her new book, The Heart Has Four Stomachs, Ruminations on a Life in Hollywood, out now in all major bookstores. This microphone is starting to spark from overuse, but that doesn't mean we're ready to pack it in. We've got the stars of the not-quite-canceled sitcom Midtown Cowboys, who also happen to be the winner and judge of TV's Embarrassing Idol. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam and Max.
Hold your hayride, little pal. That bear seems more than slightly hinky, in the mesmeric sense of the term.
Shadier than a fat man's ankles.
Let's take it down like ducks in a gutter.
Hold it! My guests sit at that end.
But that bear has got you...
Sit.
We'll just sit where you want us to, ma'am.
Lovely.
What gives, Sam? Why can't we just grab the bear?
It would appear that the laws of physics are different on the set of a talk show, little buddy. You're gonna have to play along.
Sam and Max, you're talented, hot new celebrities who've taken the entertainment world by storm. So naturally, we all want to hear everything about your involvement in the scandal detailed in the Alien Love Triangle Times.
I'd like to talk about that charming yet mildly insidious-looking bear on your desk. Can I see it?
I don't know, Sam. Can you?
May I see it, please?
No, you may not. And if I may say so, if there's one thing that grills my chicken, it's how our culture is in a state of modal decay. Can is not the same as may. Should is not the same as blah, blah, blah. Yak, blah, 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 blue, blue, blue.
Hopefully she'll be off on her tri-state nagging spree for a while.
Blah, 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 yak,
Humanity's
yak,
not
yak,
safe
yak,
while
bloody,
that mysterious
bloody,
little
bloody,
hypno bear is
yakety,
on the
yakety,
loose.
yakety, yakety, yakety,
Are we
yakety,
part of
yakety,
humanity,
yak,
Sam?
blah, blah,
Not
blah,
technically,
blah,
but we're
blah.
in danger too.
Blah, 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 yak, 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 yak,
Let's
bloody,
see.
bloody,
This
bloody,
big
bloody,
fella
yakety, yak.
shoots
Put that
tiger.
away right now. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah.
Unwise in
Blah,
front of a
blah.
live studio audience.
Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah.
No can
Blah,
do.
blah. Blah, blah.
We brought you something to eat.
Good gracious, no! Never on camera! Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yakety,
Nope.
yakety, yakety, yak, blah, blah, blah.
I'd like to
Blah,
shave
blah.
that skeevy little puppet
Blah,
bald,
blah,
but it's
blah,
too far
blah,
away.
Yak, yak, yak,
Also,
yak,
I
bloody,
haven't got a
bloody,
razor.
bloody, bloody, yakety, 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 yakety,
Got a
yakety,
second,
yakety,
little
yakety,
buddy?
yak, blah,
Now
blah,
that we're
blah.
big stars,
Blah, blah.
I'd normally ask that
Blah,
your people
blah,
call
blah,
my
blah,
people to
yak,
set up a
yak,
meeting.
yak, yak,
But
bloody, bloody,
since we're
bloody,
old
bloody,
friends...
Yakety, 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 yak, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah.
According to the ultra-strict rules of talk show reality, we're stuck sitting over here, possibly permanently.
At least it's comfortable.
True, but we can't do much from here.
Celebrities don't always have to do things for themselves. They perform and have people do everything else for them.
We've got to stop this TV program.
Stop it. It's the greatest moment of my deeply superficial life.
Nonetheless, we'll be trapped here forever if we don't do something.
Look, unless you take out Myra or that bear or both, you'll never stop it. I say, relax and enjoy the unreal, soul-hollowing ride.
I have an idea.
Never mind.
Then I shall return to the warm womb of manufactured celebrity.
I'm not touching that thing. I'd probably get shocked.
Blah, blah.
Hmm.
Yak, 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 yak.
Can't we sit over there?
You'll sit where you are and like it, mister.
Yes, ma'am.
Blah, 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 yak.
May I have a drink of water?
Are you the host of this talk show?
No.
Then no. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah,
Unwise
blah,
in front
blah,
of a
yak,
live studio
yak,
audience.
Yak, yak, bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 yak,
Testing.
yak, yak,
One,
bloody,
two,
bloody,
three.
bloody, bloody, yakety, 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 yakety,
I'm not
yakety,
touching that
yakety,
thing.
yak, blah,
I'd
blah,
probably
blah,
get shot.
blah, blah.
Hmm.
Blah, 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 yak, 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 bloody, 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 yakety, 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 yak, blah,
Testing.
blah, blah.
One, two,
Blah, blah.
three.
Blah, 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 Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
Let's talk about you, Myra.
Me? What could anyone want to know about me?
Maybe they'd like to know how honored you are to have me, Max, brilliant actor and acerbic wit, on your show.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to talk about me.
I prefer my guests' naked egos to be just a little less naked, dear.
Oh, absolutely, Myra. That's exactly what Reese Butterfingers told me when sniping river rats at Cannes. She thought I had the cool-eyed aim of a professional.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
I'd like to talk about myself.
And a project you're working on, perhaps?
You said it, Myra. I am an ongoing project, like a golden calf or a graven image. I'll only rest once people are sacrificing their firstborn unto me. Also, I'd like to direct.
Fame went to your head quickly, dear.
It's a short trip.
Are you sure you wouldn't rather talk about your alien love triangle shenanigans?
Hmm.
I'd like to sing, if I may.
Is that wise?
Howling at that drippy old hunk of moon.
Whoa! Careful there, Tiger. That was wonderful. I'm so moved I almost don't have a long hectoring screed in me. Oh no, wait! There it is! Thank goodness! Self-referential songwriting is a dangerously blah 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 yak 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 yak. Blah 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 yak yak yak.
Mind if I sing again?
I wish you wouldn't, dear. I only have so many drinking glasses and I was planning on giving them to my lovely audience members.
Darn, I was starting to enjoy the misplaced adulation.
Blah 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 yak.
I'm not
yak,
touching
yak,
that
yak,
thing.
Bloody
I'd
bloody
probably
bloody
get
bloody,
shot.
Yakety 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 yak. Blah 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 blah. Blah,
No, thanks.
Blah 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 yak 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 bloody bloody bloody
Hey,
bloody
Max.
yakety yakety yakety
Speak.
yakety 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 yak. Blah 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 blah.
The real threat here isn't Myra at all. It's that bear.
No, nothing that cute should be allowed to exist.
It has Myra in some sort of hypnotic thrall.
You made that word up.
Possibly, but that doesn't make it less true. Not being able to get up and move around drives me crazy.
We're on a talk show. Let's flap our self-important gums until the cows come home.
Never mind.
Then I shall return to the warm womb of manufactured celebrity.
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
I'd rather talk about our smash hit sitcom, Midtown Cowboys.
Okay, let's talk. You two have become the new breakout stars of a flaccid, dissolute sitcom in its final days. How wonderful for you.
Thanks, we brought a clip.
You certainly did. I had a chance to watch it, and I refused to show it to my audience. It has a shocking joke involving a cow pie. It's a sad commentary on today's culture when the cow pie, once a staple of the American diet, blah, 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 yak, 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 yak.
I see why Myra only lets big stars on her show.
They're easier targets?
If you're big enough, there still might be something left when she's finished.
Blah, 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 yak, 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 blah-de, 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 blah, yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 yak, 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 blah-de, blah-de, blah-de,
No
blah,
dice.
yakety, 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 yakety,
She
yakety,
appears to
yakety,
have
yak,
plenty to
blah,
say
blah,
already.
Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Mind if I sing again?
I wish you wouldn't, dear. I only have so many drinking glasses, and I was planning on giving them to my lovely audience members.
Darn, I was starting to enjoy the misplaced adulation.
Blah, 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 yak, 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 blah,
Humanity's not safe while that mysterious little hypno-bear's on the loose.
Are we part of humanity, Sam?
Not technically, but we're in danger too.
Blah, blah, yak, 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 blah-de, 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 blah, yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
There's something you should know about that picture in the Times.
I'm not sure I want to know anything more. Maybe you big Hollywood types thinks it's funny to flaunt your polyplanetary pickups, but the rest of us find alien love triangles, frankly, disgusting.
But the photo is not quite what it seems.
How so?
It's not a picture of an alien at all. That's Hugh Bliss.
Hugh Bliss? The highly respected founder of prismatology? Don't be ridiculous. Why, I've had him on my show before, and he certainly isn't green. What are you really hiding?
How much I'm scared of being buffeted by another gust of Hurricane Myra?
Flattery will get you nowhere, mister. I don't know about you, audience, but as a girl, I was taught that flattery was the worst possible way to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak, 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 blah-de, 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 blah, yakety, 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 yakety,
I'm not
yakety,
touching that
yakety,
thing.
yakety, yak,
I'd
blah,
probably
blah,
get
blah,
shocked.
blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah,
I think it's
blah,
getting the
yak,
bear
yak,
wet,
yak,
but
yak,
apart from
blah-de,
that,
blah-de,
nothing's
blah-de,
happening.
blah, yakety, 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 yakety. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
There's more you should know about that picture in the Times.
What's that?
It doesn't tell the whole story. There's someone else involved. Someone the picture doesn't show.
How shocking. Who?
Philo Pennyworth.
As I'm sure most of you know, Philo Pennyworth is the actor who plays Mr. Featherly on Midtown Cowboys. And we happen to have him backstage. Let's bring him out! Philo, give us your side. Is it true?
Myra, please, of course not. I'm a veteran of the British stage. I'd never be caught cavorting with a dog, a rabbit, and an alien. It's so 1997.
Yikes!
I doubt we'll hear a more terrifying denial.
This year, Anyone who is anyone is all about birds of prey, ring-tailed lemurs, and Bigfoot. No one will ever take you seriously at the Globe Theatre otherwise.
And there you have it. I'm so shocked, I'm going to talk for at least the next 5 minutes about blah blah blah, yak yak yak. Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy 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 blah, yakety 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 yak, blah blah. Ah yes, where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty scandalous affair of yours.
There's more you should know about that picture in the Times.
What's that?
It's not us. It's our evil twins, Saul and Mark.
I thought I was the evil twin.
Sam, I refuse to let my low opinion of you curtail my disappointment. Did you really think anyone would buy such an unbelievable story?
Is there a way to answer that without being lectured?
No, there isn't. You know, millions of Americans suffer from malevolent multiple birth sibling syndrome. It's no laughing matter. And for you to blah, 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 yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 yak, 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 blahdy, 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 blah, yakety, 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 yak, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah,
Testing.
blah, yak,
One,
yak,
two,
yak, blahdy,
three.
blahdy, blahdy, blah, yakety, 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 yakety,
Humanity's
yakety,
not
yakety,
safe
yakety,
while that
yak,
mysterious
blah,
little
blah,
hypno
blah,
bear is on the
blah,
loose.
blah.
Seriously.
Are we part of
Blah,
humanity,
blah,
Sam?
blah, blah,
Not
yak,
technically,
yak,
but
yak,
we're in
blahdy,
danger
blahdy,
too.
blahdy,
To get
blah,
the
yakety, yakety,
microphone
yakety,
touch
yakety, yakety.
stupid puzzle.
Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty scandalous affair of yours.
Where did you get that bear, Myra?
It's funny you should ask, Sam. Funny in the way all inappropriate questions are funny. A relentlessly inquisitive culture created a blah blah blah, yak yak yak.
That woman cannot get off her high horse about anything.
She'd need a parachute.
Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy blah.
Can't we sit over there?
You'll sit where you are and like it, mister.
Yes, ma'am.
Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy
Seriously,
blahdy
what the
blahdy
hell
blah,
am I
yakety 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 yak, blah blah blah, blah blah.
Can't we sit over there?
You'll sit where you are and like it, mister.
Yes, ma'am.
Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy 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 blah, yakety 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 yakety. Put that away right now. Blah 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 blah, yak 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 yak, blahdy 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 blah.
Mind if I sing again?
I wish you wouldn't, dear. I only have so many drinking glasses, and I was planning on giving them to my lovely audience members.
Darn. I was starting to enjoy the misplaced adulation.
Blah 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 blah,
Hey,
yak
Max.
yak yak yak,
Speak.
blahdy 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 blah, yakety 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 yak, blah blah
We've
blah.
got to stop this
blah,
TV
blah.
program.
Stop it.
Blah, blah,
It's the
blah,
greatest
yak,
moment of
yak,
my
yak,
deeply
yak,
superficial
blahdy,
life.
blahdy, blahdy,
Nonetheless,
yakety,
we'll be
yakety,
trapped here
yakety,
forever
yakety,
if we don't do
yakety,
something.
yakety, yak, blah, blah,
Look,
blah,
Unless you take
blah,
out
blah.
Myra or that bear
Blah,
or
blah,
both,
blah, blah,
you'll
yak,
never
yak,
stop it.
yak, yak,
I
blahdy,
say,
blahdy,
relax
blahdy,
and
blahdy,
enjoy
yakety,
the
yakety,
unreal,
yakety, yakety,
soul-hollowing
yakety,
ride.
yakety, yak, blah, 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 blah.
According to the
Blah,
ultra-strict
blah,
rules
blah,
of talk
blah,
show
yak,
reality,
yak,
we're
yak,
stuck
yak,
sitting over
blahdy,
here,
blahdy, blahdy,
possibly
blahdy,
permanently.
yakety, yakety, yakety,
At least it's
yakety,
comfortable.
yakety, yakety,
True,
yak,
but we
blah,
can't
blah,
do much
blah,
from here.
Blah, blah.
Celebrities don't always have to do things for themselves. They perform and have people do everything else for them.
Never mind.
Then I shall return to the warm womb of manufactured celebrity.
Yak yak blahdy 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 blah yakety 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 yak blah 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 blah.
I'd like to shave that
Blah,
skeevy
blah,
little
blah,
puppet
blah,
bald, but
yak,
it's too
yak,
far
yak,
away.
yak, blahdy, blahdy,
Also,
blahdy,
I
blah,
haven't got a
yakety,
razor.
Yakety 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 yak blah 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 blah.
You look like you could use a shave, Myra.
Well, I never. Blah 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 yak 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 blahdy 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 blah
No can do.
yakety 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 yak
Nah.
blah 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 blah. Blah 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 yak 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 blahdy 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 blah yakety 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 yakety
I
yakety
doubt it
yakety
eats,
yakety
though
yak
I
blah
don't really
blah
have any
blah.
facts on which to
Blah,
base that
blah.
assessment.
Blah 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 yak yak yak
What
yak blahdy
am I
blahdy
supposed
blahdy
to
blah
do with
yakety
this?
yakety 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 yakety
Nope.
yakety yak blah 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 blah.
I can't get close enough to do that.
Yak yak yak
Not
yak
that I'd want to,
blahdy
anyway.
blahdy blah yakety 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 yakety
I'm not
yakety
touching that
yakety
thing.
yakety yak
I'd
blah
probably
blah
get
blah
shocked.
blah
Pick
blah.
up the banjo and
Blah
push it.
blah 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 yak 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 blahdy 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 blah yakety 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 yak blah 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, bloody,
Seriously,
bloody, blah.
what is
Yakety,
it?
yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 blah. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody,
No
bloody,
thanks.
bloody, blah. Yakety, yakety, yakety,
No
yakety,
dice.
yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah,
No can
blah.
do.
Yak, 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 yak. Bloody,
Nah.
bloody, bloody, blah. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 blah.
Testing.
Yakety,
One,
yakety,
two,
yakety, yakety,
three.
yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Ah, yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
The bear's evil, Myra. Destroy it now.
Mind your manners with my guests, young man. Kids today. Blah, blah, blah. Yak, yak, yak. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah.
Apparently I
Blah,
can't do
blah.
anything with the stupid
Blah, blah,
microphone.
blah, blah.
Put it in
Yak,
the
yak,
puddle.
yak, yak.
Steal
Bloody,
the
bloody,
stupid
bloody,
teddy
bloody.
bear
Yakety,
without
yakety, 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 yak.
Mind if I sing again?
I wish you wouldn't, dear. I only have so many drinking glasses, and I was planning on giving them to my lovely audience members.
Darn. I was starting to enjoy the misplaced adulation.
Blah, blah, blah,
Seriously,
blah. Yak,
what
yak, yak, yak. Bloody,
hell
bloody,
am I
bloody,
supposed
bloody.
to do
Yakety,
here?
yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah,
How
blah.
the freak
Blah,
do I
blah.
zap the
Blah,
stupid
blah,
teddy
blah,
bear?
blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yakety,
Yeah,
yakety,
just
yakety,
look
yakety,
it up
yak.
because
Blah,
I can't
blah,
figure it
blah.
out myself
blah.
at all.
Blah, blah,
I don't-
blah, blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah.
Shut
Blah,
up.
Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, 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 yak. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak.
Hell,
Bloody, bloody, bloody,
the
bloody.
hell
Yakety, yakety,
is
yakety, yakety, yakety,
stop
yakety, yakety, yak.
this
Blah,
person
blah,
from
blah. Blah,
continuing?
blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yak, 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 yak. Bloody, 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 bloody. Yakety, yakety, yakety,
So
yakety, yak.
apparently you need to call him the
Ah,
cow.
yes. Where were we? I think we were discussing the alien love triangle times and that nasty, scandalous affair of yours.
I think what you were
There's more you should know
doing
about that
was
picture in the Times.
yapping
What's
to
that?
yourself in a very, very, very annoying voice.
There are still others involved.
Incredible. Who?
Bessie Bovine, our co-star on Midtown Cowboys.
Oh, my. Audience, shall we bring her back out again?
There he is.
At the risk of making the obvious comment, that was shocking. Is she breathing?
A little, but the creepy teddy bear is toast.
Nuts. I wanted to ask it a few questions, and maybe use it to hypnotize Katie Couric.
Another glorious dream bangs its chin on the dirty pavement. On the bright side, the audience is free to go home.
Oh, I was just getting warmed up. Do you think Myra will have us back on the show again soon?
Speaking of unlikely, did you notice we just had 2 cases in a row involving hypnotic mind control?
Complete coincidence?
Yes, I think so. The cogs of the universe synchronize in ways we're not meant to see.
Speaking of things we're not meant to see, there's a new restaurant at the zoo where you can eat what they feed the animals.
Empty popcorn cartons and cigarette butts?
And processed bread logs loaded with tranquilizers and antidepressants.
Bread logs make me logy. Let's head back to the cooking show set and see if we can figure out how to make fried pork rinds.
Okay, but I get the feet.
So, apologies for having to... Well, not having to, but pulling out a guide at the end. I was not thinking... For some reason, I did not think the cow would do anything. So that makes sense. The cow's not gonna sit in the chair, so you wouldn't need to put it all the way over by the chair. You need to put it on the other side of the desk. So I guess that makes sense. But I wasn't going to end up thinking that myself. Probably not at least in the next like 5 minutes. Well, anyway, that's the end of situation comedy. Come back next time and we can watch and join me for the 3rd episode of Telltale's game.